Have you ever found yourself standing in the middle of a life transition, grieving, overwhelmed, and suddenly you're the one in charge of someone else's financial legacy? This story came from a real call with a woman who wasn't just trying to retire, she was trying to make sense of everything her father left behind.
Welcome to Retirement Red Flags, where we unpack real stories from real retirees who've saved well, but still wonder what they might be missing.
Today we're talking about Mary Ann. Not her real name, but a real thoughtful woman who had been a lifelong educator. She was organized, smart, and deeply committed to her family. And like a lot of retirees, she was ready to focus on the next chapter until life threw her a curveball.
Mary Ann had just filed her retirement papers so she could care for her father, a man she described as kind, brave, and once in remission from leukemia. But when doctors missed key markers, it led to complications that brought his life to an unexpected end. And suddenly, Mary Ann wasn't just grieving. She was the only heir, the executor, the decision maker. She shared, "It's been one hell of a year." And you could hear the exhaustion, not just from the loss, but from what came after. Probate in one state, a trust in another, a home, a hunting cabin, vehicles, liabilities, assets. "It's like I have a junk drawer of finances," she said, "and I'm trying to make sense of what still fits."
And through all of it, there was this quiet personal detail that really stood out. Mary Ann mentioned that even with everything happening, she still wanted to be the fun grandma. She helps care for her partner's young grandkids, and she lit up talking about future trips and small joys. Even in grief, she was trying to plan for joy.
That's what made Mary Ann different. She didn't just let things pile up. She reached out. She downloaded a retirement checklist, asked for a trust guide, and started asking, "What am I missing?" She said, "I want my kids to be in a better place than I was." That one line said it all.
And that's when she discovered something important. She learned that for many retirees, the real trap isn't in what you have, it's in how those assets are structured. Especially when you're the only heir. Probate versus non-probate, taxed income versus inherited assets. Pensions, Social Security, RMDs, they don't just fall into place.
That's the moment Mary Ann realized it wasn't just about inheriting assets. It was about organizing the aftermath, getting clarity on what gets taxed, what needs action, and what needs to wait.
And even though not everything is solved, you could hear the shift. There was relief, focus, a growing confidence in her voice. She said her bills were paid until October, but now she had a plan for what to figure out before then.
Even if you're not quite ready, it helps to know what red flags to look out for. You can download the same free retirement checklist Mary Ann used. No pressure, just clarity.
Retirement's not about hitting a number, it's about knowing what comes next. And that's why we keep telling these stories. So if you want more stories like Mary Ann's, or you're ready to take that first step toward clarity, visit us anytime at retirementredflags.com.
Until next time, keep asking the smart questions and keep an eye out for those red flags.